From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Carl Konevsky.
Among Delaware's top stories for Tuesday, July 3rd, a Newark man clings to life after a motorcycle accident on the Kirkwood Highway. You'll have to dig a little deeper to send your son or daughter to the University of Delaware. And Senator Biden says it's time for you to call the White House and let the president know what you think about the Scooter Libby situation. Here are the details. A Newark man is in critical condition following a motorcycle accident on the Kirkwood Highway. Police want to find out why 46-year-old Timothy Stelzer lost control of his motorcycle last night near the Dunlendon Acres development. Stelzer was taken to Christiana Hospital in critical condition with what police called a life-threatening head injury. He was not wearing a helmet. Wilmington police say a Newark man hurt in a fight over the weekend has died from his injuries, and police say they're treating the case as a murder. Police found Isidro Mercado Barenas on the ground outside the Caribbean Cafe on Maryland Avenue Saturday night. Mercado Barenas had a head wound, and witnesses say that he may have fallen when patrons were pushed outside during the fight. Tuition at the University of Delaware will increase 5.1% this fall. School officials announced Delaware students will pay $360 more a year, bringing annual tuition to more than $7,000. Out-of-state students will see tuition rise $900 to more than $18,000 a year. University officials say the increase is slightly lower than last year and is needed to pay for higher energy costs, rising employee health insurance fees, and salary increases. Newcastle County residents have a place to dump yard waste and prolong the life of a local landfill. WDEL News continues in a moment.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
The Middletown Town Council voted last night to form a town police department. The four-member council voted unanimously to create a 17 police officer department whose operation will cost an estimated $1.6 million a year. Mayor Ken Browner says he informed Newcastle County Executive Chris Coons last week of his recommendation to start a police force and end the town's contract for county police protection, which has been in place since 1973. Delaware Senator Joe Biden is urging Americans to call the White House to express outrage over President Bush's commutation of former aide Louis Libby's prison sentence. Biden says it's time for the people to be heard and calls on all Americans to flood the White House with phone calls today, expressing outrage over what he described as a blatant disregard for the rule of law. Bush commuted the 2.5-year prison term Libby received for his role in the CIA leak case. Bush spared the former White House aide a 30-month prison term, saying the sentence was excessive. With just over 6 months until the ban on disposal of yard waste at Cherry Island landfill, you've got a new place to drop it off to get recycled. State and county officials cut the ribbon on a public yard waste drop-off site at the Dart Mid-County facility on Route 13 at Route 72. State Representative Valerie Longhurst, a Democrat representing the area, says it's a win-win situation since people who drop off grass clippings, leaves, shrubs, and even Christmas trees get a little something back in return.
It enables the constituents to take mulch out, so, we're recycling. The whole process is here. You drop it off, it gets mulched, they take it, and they take it back to their communities.
Natural Resources Secretary John Hughes says keeping yard waste out of the Cherry Island landfill, where it accounts for a quarter of the capacity, is essential.
We need to do everything we can to preserve Cherry Island, because as we recycle more and more, we'll diminish the contributions to Cherry Island. It'll extend its life for decades if we do it properly. That's why we're into recycling.
A ban on yard waste disposal at Cherry Island goes into effect at the end of January of next year. The Phillies take to the road and take another loss. WDEL Sports and AccuWeather are coming up.
Oh.
Is everything okay, ma'am?
Not really. I need to ride dark tomorrow to get to work, and I forgot to buy my dark card. I guess I have to find a ride.
Well, you certainly come to the right place. Didn't you know that Acme now sells dark cards and paratransit multi-trip cards?
No, where?
They're available at our customer service desk.
Getting you there now starts at your 12 Delaware neighborhood Acme markets. Dart and Acme have joined in partnership to be your one-stop shopping place for both groceries and dart cards. It's now easier and more convenient than ever to pick up your dart cards with Acme.
I Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL sports, a rough start for the Phillies' trip to Houston as Hunter Spence hit a 2-run home run to lead the Astros to a 7-5 win over the Phils last night. Spence's home run put the Astros up 7-3. Carlos Ruiz knocked in 2 runs with a double in the ninth to get the Phils to within 2 runs, but that's where the Phillies' rally would end. Pat Burrell and Shane Victorino both homered for the Phils, who have now lost 5 of their last 7 games. The series continues tonight with Adam Eaton on the mound against Roy Oswalt. WDEL has all the action beginning at 7:30. Daniel Cortez gets his first win in almost a year and gives the Blue Rocks a 3-game sweep over Salem. WDEL's Sean Green has more.
The mascot celebrating the end of the homestand last night as Wilmington hosted Salem. On to the third, 1-0 Wilmington with the bases low when Brian McCann hits this bloop to right field. It would drop in and get by the right fielder, allowing all 3 runs to score. Wilmington had the 4-0 lead. Same score top of the 5th when Salem's Oslando Rosales hits this line drive snagged by Mario Lasan, who would double off the runner, and the score remained 4-0. Then this strikeout by Daniel Cortez with the bases loaded in the 6th kept it at 4-0. Wilmington wins 7-4. Sean Green, 1150 AM, WDEL Sports.
Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast. Sunshine and clouds today, a high of 82 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low down to 59. Tomorrow, for your 4th of July holiday, sun and clouds, a high of 82. A thunderstorm is possible late tomorrow or tomorrow night. And on Thursday, clouds and some sun, maybe a shower or thunderstorm, and a high of 80 degrees. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Carl Konevsky in for Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.